All right, here it is, the Apple Vision Pro. This is it right here. They're all pretty much the same model except for storage space. Because I want to stay bougie, I went with the 1 terabyte. Why? That question was brought up today. And I was like, why did I go with the 1 terabyte? It comes down to media. How much media do I want to store on it for entertainment use? And when you go up to 1 terabyte, that's a hefty price to pay for more storage for media, for enjoyment, for consumption. But this isn't clickbait. I am going to be returning this. I mean, this is the Apple Vision Pro. This is the future. I truly believe that this is the future. This is the direction that we're headed. And first of all, I recommend to anybody to go into an Apple store, set an appointment so that you can try out the Apple Vision Pro. But the first thing that you're going to notice is that this thing is beefy and it is heavy. But the number one thing that was like cool for me when I got it, I was like, I could use this as a screen anywhere. I could be in my car using it, like when I'm parked, obviously. Like if I'm at a rest stop on a trip, I could open up my laptop, I could put this on, and I can have this full giant screen to work off of. Another thing that I liked was personas, and I used this to talk to my friends with it. And it was cool, but it wasn't until like 20, 30 minutes in where we're looking at each other's personas, realizing, oh, that's just a visual representation of you. It's not really you. You have this whole setup, but you have to carry this battery pack with you, so you can put that in your pocket and then wear it on. And everyone's like, oh, this isn't Apple. This isn't the clean Apple that it should be, because now you have to have this in your pocket as you wear this on your head. So you got too many things going on there. But I mean, in all reality, this is what I say is if you look at this, if you take this off, like look how thin that is. That is the device. That's all the computing power. This is the battery that powers it. And if we're getting that much amazing performance in this size of machine, this literally is one of the greatest MVPs, most viable products. Like that's pretty dang impressive, right? So with all the cool reasons I could use it for, and I have used it and I have tested it. I was even working here, I had a big movie playing over there. Like it's really cool. So why would I want to return it when it's something this cool? Couple of things. You heard about the price. Since this is the 1 terabyte model, I wanted to protect my investment. So I went ahead and got Apple Care Plus as well. So that bumped everything up to roughly about right under $5,000. Is this worth $5,000? Yes and no. I mean, if you find it to be very productive for you, it's more than just an entertainment device, it's a productivity device. So if you find yourself using it enough, I could see that it's worth the investment. But for me, here's the reality. We're 1 week in, my life has been crazy busy as always, and I've probably used it 4 times for maybe 30, 45 minutes each. And so if you look at the time and you put it together there, it's like, if that's what it averages to be or even less, is it worth keeping? Because I would love to have a giant screen to work with all day, but your head gets tired from it because of the weight. Again, this is Gen 1, and it's a great Gen 1. But for me, the juice isn't worth the squeeze. But I will say this, don't take my word for it, don't take anybody else's word for it. Book yourself an appointment to the Apple Store, if there's one near you, and go get a demo, go try it on, go to experience it, because us talking about it, because hearing somebody talk about it really doesn't justify the experience. It is an amazing experience, unlike anything I could ever define for somebody without experiencing. And this is why it's amazing, is because it's immersive and it's personal and it's your space. I got really emotional when I was watching a spatial video of one of my kids and doing the Oompa Loompa dance from Wonka. And man, having this giant portal in front of you, and you get the depth there because it's not just a flat video or a round video, but you're getting this depth between your two eyes shooting spatial. So it's like you're watching a 3D movie. Having that experience was really emotional. So can you imagine like loved ones that are getting old and you want to capture those memories of them again, or you want to relive those experiences? Like I really do think that in the Vision Pro, you can relive some of those experiences with spatial video. So, I mean, I'm so conflicted. I go 50-50. Like, am I going to keep it? Am I going to return it? I don't know. But here's what it came down to is there's a lot of tech, there's a lot of toys, there's a lot of tools. And each tool, it doesn't matter how big or small it is, each tool takes time to learn and to use it every time. So this does take time to learn and to use, and it takes time to get into it. But for me, does it bring me value or does it distract me? As much value as it brings for a $5,000 virtual screen, it kind of distracts from my main purpose of wanting to create content. And I think that's just a personality thing. I think it's because I just love creating. I'm hardly consuming content. I'm usually laying in bed for the last 10 minutes of the day consuming content. but I'm always doing, and I'm not just saying that to like promote hustle culture and you should do it, but like if it's ingrained in you, if you feel like you need to create something and get it out, go do it. And for me, this is more of a consumption device right now because the productivity apps, the productivity functions, the productivity workflows for me aren't there yet, but they will be. And I know they will be. And I'll be there front row in the Apple Store line when it does happen. But Gen 1, just not for me right now. But yeah, I mean, the greatest asset is your time. And this is where you want to spend your time, all for you. I'm not going to be upset at anyone for buying it because it's a very personal decision. It's a very personal device. But for me and my workflow and my lifestyle, being that I've used it like 4 times this week, I don't see that it's worth it for me because I think that moving forward, my life just gets busier and busier. But dang, this is a freaking sweet device. So I will go return it and we'll get back to our regularly scheduled program. So thanks for listening to my rant and ramble about the Apple Vision Pro, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.